APMN.
Yes.
Our watu wa Clubhouse wanasema they don't know who like any of the TO people are, and Mustafa anakuwa anasema leo we introduce ourselves.
Let me see that chat.
APMN.
Yes.
Our watu wa Clubhouse wanasema they don't know who like any of the TO people are, and Mustafa anakuwa anasema leo we introduce ourselves.
They're talking on the VC. Lovely scenes.
Also, by the way, Troy, there is a Ghost of Sparta huko juu who is neither a caster nor what do you call it, a member of either of the two squads. Just pointing it out in case it might bring issues later.
But Daddy, Munir is here. Let's see if he'll make a difference.
I mean, it's Bloodhounds, relax.
Wow, the disrespect.
Bro, as long as they bust out that Akai, bro, TO stands no chance.
That kind of legendary. That kind of stuff. Is he here?
Akai Purify, bro. Tio stands no chance, man.
I swear, what? Akai Purify on top of his Alt Purify. Cooking. Cooking
Bro,
shenanigans.
you know what's funny? The Purify was actually saving him before a party level 4.
But then again, you were seeing him in the late game going for the back line with Purify.
Where?
Vixana just sprint out of there.
The guy, this one time when Licheka, because the guy was running away and he was receiving damage. To deflect that damage, I mean, Finya Purify, bro. Like, where?
He was desperate. He was desperate.
What can we say?
Like when you're
So
receiving
now
damage
we
from a magic hero. Okay.
We got
We're live, right? Okay. Let's see here. Guys, share the links. Share the link of the stream with your friends so we can all enjoy the spectacle today. Here on the blue side we have the Ninth Order, and on the red side we have Bloodhounds. So right off the bat, Apollo, PMN, how are we feeling? How are we feeling about this game?
come on. Ninth order got it.
Hey, we were told that casters should not be biased, okay?
I'm not biased. I'm saying, I am suggesting, I am predicting.
I thought you were the impartial one who doesn't bet. Now today you're the one who's betting.
I'm not betting, I'm predicting.
I am betting, Basi. I am going to bet.
You bet for Bloodhound.
I'm betting that Bloodhounds will beat the Ninth Order, and the Ninth Order will be forced to disband due to shame after this game.
I'm in your DMs.
Yeah.
I've sent you a link.
Absolutely.
By the way, if PMN come on like a different a secondary device, you can send the link to the groups.
I'm using one device as my everything.
I'll send the
Casting,
link.
torch, you know.
Let me share.
So-
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, guys, like and share the stream. So first game here we have the first pick Khalid Jungle from Munir, and Sun and Camila as the first picks from the side of Bloodhounds.
Okay, not bad.
My YouTube must be bugging. I can see people like commenting, but it says only one viewer. It seems I'm the one with the microwave today.
Actually, it's saying one viewer too, in my end.
Refresh.
So we both have microwaves.
And now I'm using a PC. I'm using a very, very, very strong machine.
A microwave tea, even
So,
worse. Damn.
so you're using a bigger microwave.
Imagine a more expensive microwave.
On the side of Geo, we have Collector, who has just picked Xavier, and we have Woken on that signature Hylos. We saw him pick it in the first game against bots. He was way better with the Belleric, hence why we see that the side of Bloodhounds have actually found that Belleric. And Bloodhounds go on to pick the Luyi. That might be a comfort pick for Daddy Chill, or maybe it may be a way of preventing Tio from picking it, although they already have a mage. So I guess it's a Daddy Chill comfort pick.
They may either be setting themselves up for success or for failure. You'll never know.
Time to drop the beat of the flash.
Joy
They get
banned.
rid of Joy. You know, the player in Tio who actually plays Joy is Woken, but Woken is playing Rome. So I mean, Wickwish. I don't think Wickwish plays Joy.
I
Neither
don't
does
think he
Mustafa.
does.
I don't think he has the ability to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Device issues.
What's fun is all that matters.
Microwave. PMN, you have just disappeared from existence. There might be an issue with your mic. Apollo, was that just me or could you also hear PMN disappear?
I didn't hear him disappear. Maybe destroy.
How can you
Okay,
hear
so
someone
the problem-
disappear?
Who disappeared?
Like, you know,
Marshall?
they're
Looking at
they're
these
talking and then they stop talking, like their mic cuts out mid-sentence, you know?
Guys.
Yeah.
Is
Will
Rukish going to
Pakdadi
log in
pick-
that funny? I'm looking at a funny game. A funny
Come on,
game
but
or a
the guys
funny
have-
game?
Oh no.
Hello, Troy, are
Not
you
gonna
going
be
to
a
be
funny
joining
game.
us for casting today, or are you just going to be on the sidelines making sure the stream
your
goes well?
command?
I'm already on the. I'm already live. So I'm here with you guys.
Ah.
It's the proof that I'm still alive.
Yeah, it's gotten quieter earlier than usual, so I'll be able to join you today as well. So
Isn't it weird that
The
no one has
draft is-
red on the side of Tio?
Wikish now has it. I think Wikish has been given the green light to go funny here because they're looking down upon their opponent, but Mustafa has actually opted for his savage
wait,
Granger as we saw yesterday
does
against
it really
Sport.
mean he's looking down on the enemy if he picks a funny? Maybe he's really good at that funny. You don't know.
I think I personally know Wikish, and I know that he's not confident with funny.
But she's a good funny. To some
But he's
extent.
a good fan, yes. But the last time he went funny against a big team like Bots, he was slaughtered for it in the group chat. I can attest.
Oh yeah, and he never played funny again.
Exactly.
Or
So I
maybe
think
go
today
Funny
he's looking to
Purify.
get a confidence booster.
And get that. He will
So no
Muniris
Akai,
Maximus
no
goes to
Akai
the
outside
Kali.
of that hound today.
Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the
No
battlefield.
Akai
with-
for the side of Black Hound today, which is a big miss.
Deployed.
You know, actually, Fanny counters Sun. Let's see how it goes. Fanny is actually a very good counter to Sun. Let's
That
see
is true
if
because
he'll be able to counter him.
now Munir on the Khalid. I've played numerous matches against Munir on the Khalid, and he usually likes to rotate very deep into enemy territories to provide vision for the rest of the team. As you can see, Woken also doing the same.
Okay, as I can say, I think he'll be doing tank Khalid, which will be quite good. Because Khalid is one of the most nuisance heroes in this game.
Very annoying. So we see for the side of Bloodhounds, Camila has been officially able to obtain the blue buff.
I guess that was a mistake.
Yeah, I think either it's maybe it's a new strategy they're trying out, but I'm sure that was a product of miscommunication on the side of Bloodhounds.
You know, there's one thing that I usually notice many people
So
do
far, we
while
see
they're
the two
helping.
junglers get their buffs.
While they're
Sun
helping.
got one. We could
Hold on.
They're
I was
both
talking.
Level 3. Level 3.
Wait, oh yeah, my mic is on. So there's a problem which guys usually do when they're helping the jungler take the turtle, or take a buff for an objective, is that they stick around too long. You only need to do damage to that buff and then leave. But they stick around until the buff is down for some reason.
Are we seeing a fight on turtle?
And
I
Fanny
can't
gets
tell
the
if
first.
it's my microwave or Troy's microwave, but I'm not.
Wikish starts
Cost
with dishing a
that.
lot of damage. Goes back for the purple buff. Turtle is almost up. Nobody to contest. Bloodhounds have taken a significant hit.
One K goal behind.
He has nobody to aggro the turtle for funny. Woken just arrived on
He's
the
waiting.
scene. Go straight to zoning them out.
think in this first battle, Theo is going to have an advantage here, thanks to those early 2 kills.
They decide
What
they're
an
just going for
amazing
the
set from Munir
skirmishes.
with the Khalid
Before going for the
That's
turtle,
nice
they're just
again.
going straight
onto
for
the
the skirmishes.
jungler of the side of Bloodhouse, the raging sandstorm. And this is going to mean a free turtle for the side of the Ninth Order.
Blue team has slain the turtle.
I think they played that
In
team
gold
fight really
plate,
well.
yeah, they tried to first bust down the jungler and put to the advantage. We see an exchange ongoing at the blue buff and a successful
And that
invade
dies
with the
again.
jungler and tank.
I've noticed this
for
combination
the
of
side of
Dawning
Bloodhound.
Light
This is a very
and an assassin just does a lot of damage. Unexpected damage. We saw it yesterday.
true. We also have the
with
combo
protagonist.
of Immortal Light.
A nice gank.
Mustafa very aggressive into the Brody of the side of Bloodhounds. He's bringing fall.
That's a
Unstable Impulse coming to defend that tower, keeping Pang from taking any of that tower gold. Munir's Maximus providing vision over the top side, taking a lot of damage from Sky. That Masha is going to be able to get to the safety of his tower. At this point, he's not even in danger because of that. Skill 2 is able to heal up, but so does Masha.
Here comes Liquid's Raging Sandstorm onto Sky, and the Masha is not going to fall. Wikush goes in and is able to take down Sky
Gets
on the
stopped
Masha,
within
and Wikush is able to get out of there.
the tower. Then that
And
was
bot lane?
a really close call.
Camila dies.
Blue team hero has been slain.
But Mustafa is also able to fall thanks to Camilla's ult, which chained him and Woken together before the team fight.
And as you
First
said,
kill for the side of Bloodhound.
Bad Vibes just playing it safe, knowing his time is going to come in the late game. But Munir's Maximus is keeping him
rotating.
pressured.
He's not gonna have any of buffs.
Weakwish
Yes.
gets
and he survives.
manages to take down the purple buff. I think that is what regenerated a lot of health for him.
Red team
He was able to
hero
survive
has
that.
been slain.
Bad Vibes coming in a little too late. Turtle is up.
And also
Do
Brody
they have
dies.
the resources to
Brody
contest
dies.
for that? Looks like a free turtle
Turret has been destroyed.
and a free turret.
Blue team has slain the turtle.
Right now that is a... That's a 3k goal lead. Bloodhounds forced to play on the defensive this whole game. Bad Vibes jumps in to defend the tower but takes a lot of damage. He's not able to take any of that damage. Falls to the Dawning Light. Over the top, Weakwish tries to get
come
Brody,
to
but
bot,
the
it's a three-man
crossing
gang.
strike is a particularly annoying skill to deal with. It stuns you mid-air, and Bloodhounds have 2 stuns with the Masha and the Brody that can stop you and cancel your skills.
We see Munir making a rotation into the enemy jungle, giving the Ninth Order vision on
Turret
where
has been
jungle
destroyed.
for Bloodhounds is.
They're just trying their best to maintain the pressure throughout the map. Now what's
Not
left is that
allowing bad vibes to jungle whatsoever.
mid tower. Woken goes straight in. No fear right under the tower, but there will no
Team hero has been
there's no
Munir
minions to be able to
into-
take it down.
All
Oh, they
Brody.
Camilla
walk
out.
straight into the
it goes in,
Camilla out.
walk and fall to the Marsha as well. and which will also go down to bad vibes. Are we seeing a repeat of what TO were doing yesterday, where they had an early lead, but then they start getting a bit too overly confident and making mistakes?
I think it's a honest mistake. They all jumped into Carmilla's ult there. Like, they didn't see it coming. Even Wikush just met with it mid-air. And the whole team took a lot of damage. In fact, Carmilla's are actually solid pick, especially for team fights.
Quite interesting. For the side of Bloodhounds, he has the leading gold out of the whole team.
The Lord is up. Are they going to make an early contest for this Lord? Are they brave enough to try and take this Lord before? Bad vibes,
Mustafa
forced to
jumping
retreat.
into the Camilla, and Severimpas is gonna fall. Mustafa onto the Brody, and that's a double kill for Mustafa on the Granger. As we see Munir going into the back line for the Masha. Is he going to fall? And Masha is able to...
You don't underestimate Masha's damage. She is more than capable of taking down a single target all by herself. The problem is that she uses her HP
afterwards.
when she does that.
She does.
Her skills are a double-edged sword. But Masha is more than capable of handling a 1v1. We just best not try to 1v1 the Masha. Bad vibes, just trying to catch up in gold, in resources, looking for something to take. At this point,
Currently, we see a 6k gold lead for the side of TO. How do you guys think there's a possibility here for a Bloodhound comeback?
It is very unlikely, although it will depend on their level of skill at this point, because the heroes they are using are not pushovers.
And Munir is able to jump onto the Brody with the Raging Sandstorm, and he's going to be picked off as the Lord is pushing into the mid lane. Wickwish falls in top to the Masha. That burst damage is proving very useful for the side of Bloodhound.
I think it's less about the burst damage, but more about the cancelling effect, because it can stop Fanny mid-air.
To limit the mobility. PMN and Apollo, what do you make of this game so far from what we've seen? Okay, looks like we're having technical difficulties with the rest of the casting crew.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Apollo and PMN are no longer with us. It's been oddly quiet.
I'm here, but my network is terrible.
What about you, Apollo?
Give me a minute.
Jamana, so
It's one. It seems like one terrible beatdown at this point. Carmilla
fight Munir falls to the Masha, but then the Masha is going to be picked off.
Oh, the dawning light comes again, takes down Brody way off the mark. At this point, nowhere is safe for the side of the Bloodhounds. Close.
I wish I saw that fight.
The dawning lights are just coming through.
Red team base turret has been destroyed.
Bloodhounds get damaged before they even join the fight.
Combo.
Getting poked from way over there. What are you gonna do about that? Walking right now is playing chill. Perhaps waiting for Munerius to come back. They're looking for that finishing push. But the entire team of Bloodhounds is alive, and with that Carmilla still there. And with the threatening ult, it will be best for them to calculate their moves wisely. Munir caught out once again. He's
the
able
entirety
to
of the Bloodhounds team,
alt
but he's
over
able to
the
get out.
barrier. And they stopped chasing him. Burnt out that resource. Have you seen Alui teleport even once? Okay, she used the teleport. Only unstable impulse came in. They got the vision on the Lord, but there's nothing they can do to contest this. Best they can do is try to trade. Collector caught out by
But
Van
right
Vibes.
jumping with Collector, but it flickers out.
Muniria's popping. It seems like these guys are just falling before they can do anything. Mustafa has been shut down. Another dawning light, just dealing so much damage.
Down goes the Masha.
That's a 2-for-1 trade. And the Lord is pushing down mid. Carmilla is still up.
I think because the one is Mustafa on the Granger, I think it was sort of worth it.
This soon looks like he'll be able to take down the Lord. Walk in, cuts them through.
Red team base turret has been destroyed.
Baiting out that ultimate from Carmilla, but
Red team hero has been
it doesn't do any. Daddy Chill's duality just shreds him down really quick. Way behind enemy lines. Well, the TO backline is just trying to deal with someone else, with Sun.
The Brody almost died from the dawning light.
They have a decent defense comp, don't you think? With the Luo Yi and the Carmilla, it will be really difficult for them to take down this tower unless they pick them off one by one and get the numbers advantage. At this point, Bloodhounds should be able to keep defending this. A lot of damage coming. They're holding down the fort quite literally. It's looking like an
poking coming
impenetrable
in from
defense.
Collector.
And the longer
that
this match
dawning
goes
light.
on, yep, and the fact that it's on a really short cooldown makes Collector quite the threat in any of these. But Louise is just as the same on the side of the Bloodhounds, only that she doesn't have that extreme range. Still looking, these guys are holding down that fort. They're not letting anything come through. Brody, one dawning light, so much damage.
They're keeping them at bay. They don't want them to go anywhere.
As long as they keep clearing
Making
those
sure that they
minion
can't
waves,
contest for Lord.
there is nothing Tio can do right now unless they go for an all-out offense. They can go for an all-out assault. Maybe they push through, maybe they all die. And that looks like it's going to be the turning point. They're going for the Lord. This seems like it will be a determining factor in the following team fight. Bloodhounds still focus on their defense, making sure all three lanes are cleared. As long as they can maintain that defense, and they're waiting for Tio to slip up. One good wipeout, and you know, they got a Sun, they got a Brody, they got a Masha. That is one push to end the game at this point of the game. Corrosive Scuds, unable to get away. Brody will fall once again with a KD of 1, 9 and 5. Doesn't seem like this was the best choice of a marksman for them.
Against the Spanish, there isn't really a good marksman.
With one less player, Munir goes down.
Munir got locked
Tries
down
to go
under
down
the tower.
straight for the
That's
tower.
unfortunate.
Lord still pushing. They will
It's
not be able
over.
to defend that, and game 1 goes to the 9th order.
Victory!
What a big surprise.
Did you place your bets, Ainab?
The game came down to their defense. Unfortunately, the defense didn't hold up too long. It broke
Mustafa with
from
two
one
played
person, and
upstairs.
then everything went downhill from that point on. Now, just shortly, stay tuned. We'll be moving into match number 2.
Troy, could you mute our mics for a second?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
we are
guys,
back.
welcome
Game
back
2.
between the Ninth Order and Bloodhounds. On the first game, we saw Bloodhounds lose to TO, and it was a dominant victory with a lot of map control from the side of TO. So,
This time,
right off the bat, game 2 here, Bloodhounds could either take it to a game 3 or they could make it a clean sweep for the side of TO.
Camilla was a nuisance. Camilla's banned. That ult devastated a lot of them. I guess that's why they had to ban him.
And then respect towards the Xavier. You get one dawning light and you're
Thorns
already
remain.
heading back to base.
petals fall.
Collector was really annoying the hell out of them in that first match, so I would have also banned the same thing. Then we see the Lancelot ban coming from the side of the Ninth Order, and the Granger ban coming from the side of Bloodhounds. I'm guessing that was because of Mustafa and the amount of damage he was dishing out.
You know, I'd like to see Collector pick up the Lunox. That would be a really good pick. And it's his hero, so I guess that's a viable pick. That's what they'll do.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see Mustafa on that Argus.
It's Mustafa on an Argus now, that will be something. Mustafa on an Argus. Oh, that I would like.
I think they're switching up on roles. Is Woken going mid?
I think
Let's see.
so. Maybe Collector has had a change of mind. He wants to go roam, and I have seen his Grok roam, and I don't know if that's something we're going to see here today. Zeshian, the newest hero in the game, that global ult, very annoying. And on the side of Bloodhounds, I don't know if that is Barak who's playing Mia, because the name has now been changed. But Mia late game, a very very big nuisance. So it looks like they're going to be depending on that. As right now, we see Mustafa picking
Mustafa, really? Oh my God.
signature hero.
Argus Gold Lane. I'm sure it's Argus Gold Lane.
Argus Gold. It's back.
Argus Gold. It's back.
Bad Vibes picks the Tigreal. Let's see how that goes.
I think Tigreal is gonna do well in countering the Argus.
Yeah. Yesterday we saw Tio got destroyed by Link. Tigreal, let's see if Bad Vibes can do the same.
Your team is picking.
As Tio just gets rid of the Hayabusa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, guys. All right,
Okay.
guys. Just to iterate,
My motto is
Basam is Shinsui and Mustafa is Punk Daddy, but we'll be calling them by their in-game names moving forward. What about the names of someone like Mia? Hapo nasema tu Mia, cause
Yeah, it's Mia.
that is Mia. Your name is now Mia.
It's Mia. It's me.
That is Mia.
And we see
All right. That is Collector who's going to be playing. Actually, I stand corrected. Collector is on Lucas and Wickwish is on the Khalid. They have all rotated their lanes.
Alpha and Marsha. Okay, it's a decent lineup. I guess
There is
both
no
teams have a
retribution.
lineup.
There is no retribution for the side of Bloodhounds. It's a mistake. I think the jungler is supposed to be Alpha, but there is no retribution.
Oh, hey,
New meta.
yo, calm down. Maybe it's a plan.
New meta.
Calm down.
New meta.
New
New
meta.
meta.
Redraft. My good God, one. But
They
anyways,
shouldn't ban Argus. If that's what redraft, they don't ban Argus.
I
shouldn't
think
ban.
I don't think it should be a redraft because this is not really a game issue. No one disconnected, no one lagged. It was just a player issue, and yo anasemanga tu skill issue, you know. So first game, the thoughts. I think it was a very dominant win from TO. And based on what we have just seen from the draft here, I am predicting something similar in game 2.
They picked me, and I would have said they have perfect late game, but with Argus also, it will be a scary game for them.
You'll see the Mia just disintegrate from one touch of the Argus late game. Now, we see the side of Bloodhounds are very confused because we see Alpha is discombobulated. The side of Tio, they've begun with blue buff. They're actually taking the buff nonetheless. Actually, the Alpha Vengeance is still. And we see the Mia actually opting to stay at the red buff to help instead of going over to the gold lane to face off against the Argus. The aura is too much.
They'll just get touched.
So the Alpha is really struggling to get rid of this red buff because we see Collector on the Lucas has now gotten both of his buffs as the Alpha is just finishing on the red buff. That would be the retrig up, wouldn't you say?
Definitely agree. The retrig extra damage and his passive burn could have helped
As
the
we
Alpha,
see in the top lane, Tio gets the first blood thanks to a good rotation from Wickwish on to Masha.
and Collector steals the buff from Alpha.
Hold on. Was it? I wasn't actually paying attention to that kill as we see Lucas jumping onto the Alpha, Collector getting the kill on Unstable Impulse, who is having a difficult time jungling right now due to a lack of retribution.
This must be a really tough match. I really can't blame them if you want to forfeit. Oh, there it is.
They have given up.
What is the
I don't know.
I do not know.
I don't know if it's going to be a redraft or a disqualification because it's all going to depend on the nature surrounding the incident of the no retribution from the Alpha, as we are working behind the scenes to try and figure out what is happening. Please be patient and stay tuned for feedback on that. Troy, what do we have on this? Fair enough. So we have just received confirmation that this is going to be a clean sweep for the side of the Ninth Order because the second game is a forfeit from the side of Bloodhounds due to a player error. Hence, the redraft request cannot go through as the error was indeed a player error and not a game issue. So that will see the first series of the night concluded. The Ninth Order clean sweep Bloodhounds, and now stay tuned for the second series of the night, which is going to be what's the name? Crimson Knights against Big Old Bahongas, aka bots. And so, PMN, Apollo, what do you think about what we've just seen here?
I think it was a really sad spectacle. It would have been a nice match if the Alpha had Retri, but when you're facing a Lucas with Retri and you have a Vengeance, there's not really much you can do in the jungle. But at least it was a forfeit on my. That's I can say. I don't know how to explain it, but if it was a redraft, then maybe they ban, let's say, Argus. It would be a whole case of maybe you did the mistake so that you can ban the hero. But the performance in both games have been good so far.
I was actually really looking forward to seeing the Argus gold lane from Mustafa, but from Punk Daddy. But
Wow.
the game is sadly a disqualification. Hence, 2-0 is the score. Now, a little bit from that first game, some people were pointing fingers at the Brody for dying so much, but I personally can't blame the Brody because if you remember, there was a lot of rotation coming in from Munir all the way from EXP lane onto the gold lane with the Raging Sandstorm to pick off the Brody, and as a gold laner being ganked by the XP lane, it doesn't make sense. So I can't really point many fingers in that direction.
You know, it's good to talk on the sidelines. When you're in the team, when you're in the game, things happen. You get confused. You don't know what's happening. So I understand the 9 deaths, but maybe you could do better next time. You'll get another chance.
I feel like maybe the team surrounding the Brody could have done a better job in maybe not allowing that sort of rotation to happen.
We can't really blame the Brody there. That was just unfortunate. You really can't do much against the Fanny, who really just wants you.
You know, this makes me remember. Did you watch that tournament that Kyrie was with? Was it Kyrie was with Fanny against 1-1?
Oh yeah.
When was this?
Last year, but one last year.
Oh yeah, I remember the 1-1 kept getting picked off even from inside her turret, and there's nothing he could have done about it.
He could take it out, didn't that, and it was a pro scene. And he got someone on there, so you can do nothing against a good fan.
Just a death sentence.
So now, shortly, we're going to be having the second series of the night, which is bots facing off against Crimson Knights. Now we're seeing in the comments, the live comment section here, we're seeing Canon ban Link and Shani Arohi. Lol, the Tig is therefore getting banned. I think that is definitely something that the side of Crimson Knights will have to look at, because we saw yesterday what Link on that Tigreal was able to do to the side of TO.
Agreed. Link put immense pressure on the side of TO and was able to single-handedly turn games with that Tigreal of his and Atlas. Can Crimson Knights match up against Big Ol Badonkas? Let's wait and see.
I personally have hope in Crimson Knights that they will finish the match and not surrender beforehand.
I hope so too.
Personally, I wouldn't turn up. But you have got to commend the bravery and the urge to compete.
The good sportsmanship.
Yeah, I can hear myself in the background. Someone is watching me. I know you're a big fan, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'm blazing.
Probably doing some things to sound of our voices.
Hey, let's not go there. Wait, no.
So, the match that is currently upcoming, we have just agreed that Link's Tigreal will definitely be banned. But I think there are also other key bans that we need to look at. For example, I think bots should consider getting rid of Supremacist Joy, as we saw yesterday. He was running rings around Bloodhounds.
True. That Joy, unless they have a counter to it. If 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 that's so, then I guess we can't tell them anything, can we now?
True. But then for the side of Crimson Knights, they'll also have to look at other bots' main picks. For example, with Kagondo with Smoke, there is the Clint. With Santa, we have the Hayabusa. And with the Protagonist, we have the Xavier.
There isn't really much they can ban here. With only 3 bans, they'll have to be smart about it. What will they ban? Will they ban Link's Tigreal? Will they ban Protagonist
Tigreal
Xavier?
is a permanent ban. I think that's a must. The rest maybe they can debate on, but Link on the Tig, nah, that has to go.
Even Santa's Hayabusa?
I think Santa's Hayabusa is one which they could maybe look at to counter, because it's or maybe they could also look to counter the Tigreal with the Akai, maybe another Akai Purify second showing.
Oh yeah. Actually, a Valentina Purify will work just fine there.
Definitely.
Oh,
So with all these main picks, we also have counters. So maybe they could look to be prioritizing some bans, and with the other priority picks, they could for bots they could try and maybe get some picks which will render them ineffective.
Maybe Kagondo will even pick the Clint. Who knows?
And with the Clint, maybe the gold laner for Crimson Knights can go with what even count as a Clint?
Nothing. That's the thing.
Okay, maybe they should look at banning out the heroes who can't be countered.
Exactly. But if you're wasting a ban slot on Clint, what will you ban on the other slots? Are you going to ban the Tigreal?
I think maybe just focus on like the heroes you can't counter. Like okay, so with Xavier you can counter it with the Lolita, right? But
Yeah.
we don't know if the Roma for Crimson Knights can play Lolita. Same way you were saying with the Tigreal, we could counter it with the Akai or Valentina. So it would really depend who they ban and who they decide to counter. It really depends on the hero pool of the Crimson Knights players.
I think this match really requires them to use their comfort picks. If they're not comfortable with heroes or they're forced into playing a certain hero, they may underperform terribly.
Definitely. But with the side of Crimson Knights, they don't have many main heroes. So it's gonna be easy for bots to try and ban some of their players. But for the side of Crimson Knights, they don't know who they should ban and who to sacrifice, leaving open.
True.
So guys, in less than a minute, we are going to be witnessing bots against Crimson Knights, the second series of the night. Now, just to recap on what we have seen so far in the Squad Summit 2025, yesterday, first series, we had Crimson Knights against Bloodhounds, where Crimson Knights were able to clean sweep Bloodhounds. Then the second series of the night, we had TO against bots, and bots were able to complete a clean sweep of 2-0 on the 9th order, which was by far the most exciting match of the tournament. And today, first series just ended between TO and Bloodhounds, where TO clean sweep Bloodhounds, and thanks to disqualification from Bloodhounds in the second game, where the jungler forgot to pick Retribution, and now we are waiting for the second series of the night and the fourth series overall of the Sports Summit 2025, which is going to be between Bots and Crimson Knights. Now, I am a serial gambler and I already have my bets placed. But PMN Apollo, what do you think we're about to see here?
Well, I always root for the underdog, so I'll go for Crimson Knight. Yeah, I'll go from Crimson Knight.
Do you really believe that though?
I hope.
we can only hope. We can hope is the only thing that we have.
But I haven't played with the Crimson Knight with many of the players, so I'm not so sure. But from what I saw yesterday, they're a decent team, so I think they can.
All right, guys. Shortly we're gonna have Crimson Knights against Bots starting. So be sure to like the stream and don't forget to share the link with your friends and all the group chats you're in. That way we can all enjoy this upcoming series. We are currently suffering some minor inconveniences we call African time. So please be patient. We apologize for the delay. Africans and Kenyans will always be Africans and Kenyans, sadly. Yo, Apollo.
Yes?
You didn't pay me for my winnings yesterday, by the way.
I told you congratulations. I think that was more than enough.
You will be hearing from my accountant very soon.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer then.
Lawyers don't function in Kenya.
Who said I'm in Kenya?
Touche. I wonder what happened with PMN. I think his power cut off again.
Yeah. Like hopefully he'll be back the time. Okay, and they're all here. Wow, they're all here.
I've just received communication from PMN. He has he's having some network issues.
Okay. No worries.
All right, Apollo. We're gonna have to honor his memory. Now we have to think, what would PMN have wanted to unfold here right before us?
I'm pretty sure because he's a member of TO, he'll want Crimson Knights to win. He'll be rooting for Crimson Knights.
And what is the logic behind that?
Because his team lost to the big things.
Your
Fair
team
enough.
is banning.
All right, guys, this is game 1 of the second series of the night between Bots and Crimson Knights. On the side of
Time to
Crimson
drop
Knights,
the beat
we
of the
see the
flesh.
Tig ban
Is banning.
coming
And
up
the-
and the Joy ban from the side of Bots.
no hesitation.
They,
It was so no hesitation. They know what they're doing.
of course, we discussed this earlier. We knew that the target bans are gonna have to come out. They're not really focusing on meta here. More of like getting rid of the players' comfort picks. We see on the side of Crimson Knights, the Tigreal and the Atlas has been taken out for Link 772. And on the side of
I am the
bots, they
priestess of
ban
primal
out
lightning,
the
the hunter of all the evil
Joy for
gods.
Supremacy and the Edie for Nexus or Revec. The names are slightly confusing. All right, we see on the side of Crimson Knights, Supremacy with the first pick. Is he going to swap or is he going to first pick a jungler? Because we know he's the jungler for the side of Crimson Knights, and he goes with the Hayabusa first pick.
Hayabusa.
I think this is a good strategy because you were debating banning the Hayabusa, but they were like, we have first pick, we pick the Hayabusa, so you can't pick Hayabusa.
That was actually good. Unexpected, but good.
Very, very good. And guys, sorry for the delays, but now we are right back on track. Don't forget to like the stream and share it. Share the link with your friends.
And on the side of both, they pick Roger and Clint. And both are very strong heroes. And Roger was buffed. Was he buffed?
He was actually buffed this season, so he's been in the meta.
So he's quite scary. So yeah, very solid picks.
And Link having his Link having not Link but Kagondu in Smoke having his comfort Clint pick.
You know, I've been seeing a lot of Fovias since his new skin came out.
I think he also got buffed because he's been in the meta too this season. You know, with Moontune, they have to, whenever a new skin comes out for a hero, they have to bring along some adjustments to ensure people have an incentive to get the skin.
Butterflies born by thy wish.
And we also see the pick of Badang from the side of Crimson Knights and Zushin coming in for protagonists on the side of bots. No Xavier today. You think maybe he's bored or maybe he's experimenting, trying to broaden his hero pool.
I don't think against Hayabusa, Xavier is not safe. So Hayabusa can come in and get out whenever he wants.
That is true. I think with the lack of the dashes and mobility from Xavier into Hayabusa would not be the best pick. So that was actually a very smart choice going for the Zushin, who has that mobility with the ult in case Hayabusa is on his tail.
Have you noticed Crimson Knight are just banning tanks? They really don't want to mess with them.
I think this is a huge respect to Link because Link traumatized TO yesterday, and Crimson Knights have decided they want no part of that.
Minato is still a good pick. Minato can still control the battlefield, and with his heal, it's actually a good pick.
It's actually also a nice counter for the Hayabusa because when the Hayabusa is ulting, Minotaur has that healing effect for the whole team, and also that knock-up, which, if timed correctly, can really disrupt Hayabusa's entire engage.
Destroy and conquer.
For the side of Crimson Knights, Nexus gets Zask and Innocent picks the Hanabi for the gold lane. Now, Hanabi into a Clint. Clint is definitely going to have the early game advantage, but in late game, a Hanabi can be very scary.
Depends if they meet head on. A Clint can crush on Hanabi head on late game.
It also depends on the positioning, because if Hanabi is able to attack fast or land her ult onto the Clint, I personally, being a marksman user, can say in late game Hanabi does have the upper hand.
Okay, let's head on to game number 1.
Now, looking at the drafts here, I would definitely say that bots think they've drafted better because they have a perfect mix of meta and also strong counter pick heroes. We have the Mincy on Weldon against the Hayabusa and Badang.
Wait a minute, is Badang who? Badang is the tank.
Badang is the tank, yes, Badang roam. He can actually be played roam because the first pick, the first item, Thunderbelt, makes him very, very tanky and able to sustain. With many dashes, can also be a good, team fight initiator for the team.
The enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
So we see Supremacy with the Hayabusa beginning for the red buff, which is the buff opposite the gold lane. Looks like he is planning on ganking gold fast, and we see a similar rotation style from Santa Prime on the Roja going for his red buff. Actually, he's prioritizing the Lethal Wanderer first, because if he had intentions on ganking gold first, he would have started with blue, but he has started on the side of this red buff, which will allow him to be closer to the Lethal Wanderer and contest it. With this new map, I think the Lethal has become very important. It provides vision all across the map now, instead of just the river area.
And at this point, it should become the Wanderer. A little dragon.
By the way, there is a dragon. It no longer looks like the old cabbage we used to know and love. As we see rotations coming in from Link and protagonist into top, trying to catch out the Hanabi, but Hanabi is able to recall to the base to regain some health.
And Hayabusa is level 4. Let's see if something will happen.
A nice team rotation coming in from bots. We see the tank, mage, and the jungler all making their way down towards the XP. As in top, we see Mr. Slide attempting to make an engage onto Clint but fails. But in bot, Revek is picked off with a very nice gank from the entire team of bots.
I'm not sure they can contest this turtle because no one is there. And it's already half HP.
Unless the Supremacy can pick it up. No.
And Zask is gone.
Mexico makes a nice engage with the ult, and
This is invading. Oh gosh.
And Mr. Slide. A double kill for Link. Three kills now for Link. They tried banning him, but he said, "You will not succeed." And there goes the red buff of Supremacy.
Already at 2000 gold lead.
Within 2 minutes. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good, bro.
Phobias is getting bullied.
That is true, and to a Minsita of all heroes, you think that the Phobias has the advantage, but we see Weldon, we saw him with Mincy. Oh, Supremacy making an engagement. No, not enough damage that way.
I'm actually sure Minister can counter Phobias.
Really?
Phobias can't jump in the ult. once minute alters, then Phobius just stays there and dies.
Interesting. We see here in mid just a little bit of vision. Well done, forcing Nexus to ult. The Dusk ult has been used up. As we see Mr. Slide picked off by protagonist, all alone, surrounded by bot members, and he is going to fall. The score is currently 4-0, advantaging the side of bots.
This makes me wonder, where is Dusk?
Yes, Bella Justin just subbed from Kick. Yeah, you can see your chat. Welcome to the stream.
Because every time Zushin is there with Mino, but I can't. Dusk is nowhere to be seen.
As we just see, bots have gotten a free turtle here thanks to the huge early lead they have of 3k gold and 4 kills. With Dusk, the point you're making, Apollo, I remember before protagonists went to top to pick off the Badang, we saw a good rotation from Weldon on the Mincy coming into mid, forcing the Dusk to ult. As we see again in top, a nice rotation from protagonist, and is able to see him pick off the Hanabi. But then you ask, where is the rest of the team of Crimson Knights? They're hugely getting out-rotated here. And we are seeing the synergy and teamwork of bots coming into play.
And bot lane,
They make
we
an
survive.
engage the previous. And the Minfield comes in, down falls the Phobius. It's almost too easy for them. Okay, we see Supremacy onto Mincy. All and he's able to pick off the Mincy. First kill for the side of Crimson Knights. Current gold lead stands at 4k, advantaging the side of both.
At 6 minutes.
This is looking good, bro. We see some mid lane pressure coming in from Kagondo and Smoke, who made the rotation all the way from gold lane. They're trying to get the mid turtle, but it still stands. The second turtle is coming up, and it's looking like another free turtle for the side of both, as they are zoning the area quite well, and they still have a huge lead. All both have to do right now, maybe, is try and avoid any silly mistakes. Conceal coming in from Link, but they're not able to pick off anyone in the mid lane. Bot lane falls thanks to the pushing from Weldon on that Mincy, and they are going to go ahead and grab this free turtle.
Red team has slain the turtle.
A nice engage from the Badang onto Link, but protagonist is able to ult out of there, and a double kill for the Clint. The engage was good, but sadly the difference in level and gold was just too much for them to be able to do anything. So Apollo, your underdog story here is not going so well.
Well, it's not over until it's over. They still have an Abby who scales very well. So maybe something can happen.
We did see many comebacks happen yesterday for these types of matches. So you never know. Maybe bots made a comeback yesterday. Maybe today they will be on the receiving end of a comeback.
And Hayabusa is actually still at 1-0, so he's still doing okay.
That is true. Maybe if Hayabusa can pick off the total members of bots, but
Badang
picked off.
will they? Oh, they can't. Well, they tried.
Oh, the Phobius gets rid of Santa, but then he's going to fall to the main Citaro. Well then,
And
too much
Clint
damage.
killed Hanabi at the top lane.
Solo kill, actually.
Solo kill. But he's 2 ahead. Clint is 2,000 gold lead ahead of Hanabi. She can't do anything yet.
Once again in bot lane, as you were saying, we saw an amazing engage from Badang onto the side of bots, but the difference in gold is just too much. They are going to need way more than that. Mincy actually got picked off in mid lane. Maybe
It's
that
at 7k gold lead. A 7k gold lead so far at 9 minutes.
I see Shani in the comments saying Hakuna comeback hapa. You never know, like Apollo says, it's never over until it's over. You see bots, they're not playing any games, rushing to take down first Lord. They are not going to risk being choke 9 like some other squads.
But with Hanabi, they have a good defense. With Hanabi, they have such a good defense. Because they have no one to dive in for her immediately. If she keeps a distance, she can defend quite well.
Yes, the late game power of Hanabi is the only thing that the side of Crimson Knights can currently cling on to. Protagonist poking the Phobius all south, forcing the Phobius to retreat. They are trying to push the other lanes. They've left the Lord to push on its own, and now the Lord is just coming into the immediate turret of top lane. It is going to fall. We see Supremacy engaging the back line of bots, just not enough damage. The Lord is going to fall. And it seems so is the inhibitor turret as Link
and this is where they'll make a mistake.
But a nice set from the Badan. A double kill for that. And down goes Link and Santa.
They got too confident.
They went into the turret, but some might say maybe it was worth it for the inhibitor.
And maybe it aren't.
You know, this is something which I say I see or could say that is very underrated. The engages of this Badang, they've actually been quite nice this game.
Yeah, they're also on point. And now he engaged with Link. Link jumped in and he didn't wait.
With the first couple of engages, they weren't successful, even though they were good engages because of the difference in gold. But bots got careless and went into the turret, which allowed the engage of Mr. Slide on that Padang to be a successful one. Now the gold lead is still at 7k, but that might have just sparked life into the hearts of Crimson Knights. Maybe, just maybe, the comeback might happen. You see Weldon at the red buff trying to be a pest to Supremacy, but Supremacy is able to get it with ease. Currently, for the side of bots, Protagonist on the Zushin is leading in gold, and the Hanabi is leading in gold for the side of Crimson Knights.
And they're going for the second blood.
I do believe in the power of a late game Hanabi, but will that late game come? Because both are currently taking down the second lot of the game. They are not taking any risks here. No chances.
All it takes is one Badang set.
One
nice Badang set. That's all it takes.
And the previous following up has also been very crucial, by the way.
But
After Badang engages, Hanabi in the backline doing a ton of damage, and she's only getting stronger as the game goes on. Are they going to be able to let her be even stronger with this Lord coming in, or is the
And the
game
Lord is
going?
marching. And the Lord is marching. Let's see.
Link gets the conceal, makes a flicker engage into the backline, but they're only able to pick off the Phobius. An
With the
engage
end. Come
from
on.
Warden, not being able to
And
see anyone, but it seems like that is
oh,
going to be the end of the first game of this series.
Victory!
quite a quick game. How many minutes?
That game was precisely 14 minutes long.
It's quite a quick
So
game. Quite
both
a quick game.
take the win in the first game against Crimson Knights. And it was quite a comfortable one where they had a 7k goals lead for majority of that match. We saw the protagonist on Zushin getting MVP with 0 deaths, and Kagonduvin Smoke on the Clint doing the most damage and the most pushing, and we saw some amazing sets from Link on the Minotaur. Now, this looked very dominant from the side of both, but you could see that Bloodhounds were really putting up a fight. It forced bots to really want to end the game quickly.
Yeah, let's see if they learn from the mistakes, and the second game will be a longer game, hopefully. And then we'll see something entertaining.
What would you say is the defining factor that allowed bots to have such an adamant victory?
Well, the tank engaged quite well. And okay, the rotation, they rotate so much better than Crimson
That's
Knights.
exactly, yes, that's exactly the same thing I was thinking. I was thinking like the team synergy of bots. They're always rotating together and wasting no time in rotations. Whereas you could see the side of Crimson Knights, they not quite determined their strategies, so they were getting out rotated for majority of that game, especially in early game, which allowed bots to amount that heavy lead.
Let's see they return the banning strategy. Because they seen Kagunda with that Clint is still an harassment.
Are they maybe going to look to banning the Clint now and looking for a different banning strategy? Because I think we've already determined that there is no banning link. You can ban the Tigreal, you can ban the Atlas, you can even ban the
The Cam-
Minotaur, but you can even ban the Camila, right? But there's still the Minotaur, there's still the Franco. I know he plays Franco, there's still the Lolita. I think maybe they should look to making a different approach into this second game.
What do you think? What about they counter him? They don't ban him, they counter him.
Yeah, maybe they can allow Link to take the Tigreal, so that way they can either get the Akai or Valentina, as you were saying. That is provided that the members of Crimson Knights actually have that in their hero pool. So guys, stay tuned. We'll be having game 2 of bots versus Crimson Knights coming very shortly. And in the meantime, don't forget to like the stream and also share the link with your friends and encourage them to watch, as we are going to see a conclusion of day 2 of the Sport Summit 2025. Or maybe not. Are we going to see a clean sweep here, or are we going to see the first game 3 of the tournament? Because if you remember yesterday, both matches were clean sweeps, and the first match day, TO against Bloodhounds, was also a clean sweep. Are we going to see a fourth clean sweep?
Let's see, let's hope for the best, and the game is about to begin. And Crimson Knights have made an A substitute. I've given a substitute. Yeah. Crimson Knights have given.
Innocent has gone offline.
Yeah. I say Fury has joined. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Innocent had connection issues. All right, guys, this is the second game now, officially beginning of bots against Crimson Knights.
Time to drop the beat of the
I
flux.
personally hope
Is
for a Crimson Knights win. That way, we get to see the first game 3 of the tournament.
Chivalry is dead.
That will be really interesting.
I will revive it.
And they banned the Clint.
Just like you were saying, they're gonna have to go for a different banning strategy.
I'm thinking about instead of banning Link, the best option now is to counter him now. You can't ban him.
Apology is
He
my
plays
crafty.
everything.
Diggy is my name.
You can't ban everything.
Bots now have banned the Diggy. Maybe they're looking to free up that Link pick of Tigreal.
They banned the Tigreal immediately.
They are not taking any risks here.
I wouldn't. Would you?
I would never think of it. So, right off the bat, we can see there is still some main picks of the side of bots open. There is the Atlas, which we saw Link pick up yesterday. There is the Xavier. Also, we've also seen Protagonist can play a very nice scene, but we see Weldon opting in for his trusty Minsitar pick.
Kufra. It's been a while since I saw Kufra.
A very strong tank. One Kufra engage can set the tone for the whole game. And the Kimi. This looks like it's going to be Kimi mid lane, and that is a very nice pick, strong pick as well. Kimi in high ranks and even in tournaments is a must pick or ban. It's currently very strong in the meta for mid laners.
I'm bound by nothing, be it family or destiny.
And we see from the side of bots, Santa picking up the Gushon and Protagonist picking up the Harith. These are the first we've seen of these heroes from the side of bots. Maybe they're now trying out different strategies.
And actually, Harris is a lot late game hero.
That is true. And the side of Crimson Knights pick up a YSS, which some might say is the strongest jungler in the current meta so far. So they're going late game for late game.
Gushon is, but Gushon isn't late game though.
It is who we
True,
are.
but we have seen the Harith and the YSS working late game. We see the Atlas ban from Crimson Knights as they're trying to ban out Link, and we see Nexus flexing some skins. Link and are going to win Smoke yet to pick their heroes, but we did see the Farsa ban coming in from the side of bots. Maybe they think that Kimi was a gold laner. The side of Crimson Knights have already picked a mid laner. So the Farsa ban, they just ban. And we see Nexus pick the Beatrix.
You ready to make some real
Franco.
money, compadre?
I called it, said it. Link also has the Franco in his locker, and it looks like we're going to be seeing Kagondu Smoke on his left, which is a very, very comfort pick for him. So, for the side of Crimson Knights, their last pick is an XP laner as they go for
10 years.
the Terizla, a very deadly asset in terms of engages and teamfight potential. Maybe we could see a nice combination between the Kufra and the Terizla. I think for the first time, I would say Crimson Knights have a nice comp over bots. I personally prefer Crimson Knights as comp because it's more balanced. What do you think, Apollo, about the comps? Yeah.
I think Crimson Knight made a better lineup because at this stage, Terizla can also engage and Kufra can follow up. And for bots, Franco has to hook something. Franco just has to hook something.
And because of that, we see the Kimi go for the Purify just in case the hooks do land.
Yes, and his Shane has his skill 1, which makes him immune. So it won't be that easy for him also. Let's say.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
And game 1 begins.
I think the strategy here for the side of Crimson Knights would be to try and gank gold lane as much as possible, try and avoid Kagondu Smoke from hitting that power spike. But we did see that in the first game, bots were actually putting a lot of emphasis on EXP lane.
Actually, look, they started with and Beatrice, she's dead. Will she survive?
Almost,
No.
he's dead. Nice engage from Link, early gank into gold lane, which catches the Beatrix off guard and allows Kagondu Smoke to get the first blood. You see protagonist in mid, completely zoning off.
Terizla pulled down and she won't. Will he survive? He can't.
No, he's
Took
gone.
him
Link proves
less than
to
a
be
minute.
the difference maker. Wherever Link goes, people tremble because he ganked bot early, Beatrix falls, then directly went to gank EXP, and Terizla fell as well. As we see both sides ganking gold first, bots have not ganked EXP like the first game. We see a skirmish in mid. Santa tries to engage onto the Kufra but forces the flicker out. That is a very crucial asset burned off now as they prepare to take this turtle.
And Terizla is having some network issues.
Oh yeah, I think maybe we need to.
Should we pause the game?
Yeah, we should take a look at what's going on here. Everyone seems to have stopped. Are we going to see another disqualification, or is this a technical issue which will warrant a redraft of the game?
And Knight can't run that redraft. It's already 2 minutes in. Let's wait for a minute and let's see if there's an issue or what's happening.
Again, guys, we do apologize for the technical difficulties ongoing, but we are trying to investigate behind the scene to see what's going on in the Crimson Knights camp.
Troy? Is Troy here? No, they've typed it in the group. Connection problem. He has said the problem. Connection problem.
It seems like a player for Crimson Knights, which is actually Fury, who was subbed in
It's Fury.
for Innocent, wasn't able to deal with his net before coming in, and it looks like he is having some network issues. How will Crimson Knights handle this setback? Are they going to request a redraft as he fixed the issues, or are they going to just throw in the towel?
Guys, give me a minute, I'll be back.
All right. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. I can see there's 14 viewers and only 7 likes. What are you doing? Why are you not liking? What are you doing with your life? If you're not liking, you're hating, and we don't appreciate haters around here. This is looking like we're going to make a conclusion of the night, because if this is a disqualification, then that would mean bots win the second game, and it is a 4th clean sweep of the tournament so far, and that would conclude this series, although it depends on what happens with the issues that Crimson Knights are currently having. Troy, any feedback from the side of Crimson Knights? All right. Okay, guys, stay tuned. We are still trying to inquire as to what's going on for the side of Crimson Knights, the technical difficulties they're having, or the net issues, that is. As we see IQ typing in some snoring emojis. Get back to the game. You have a game to play. Go back. You need to focus. You need to focus on laning against that Kimi. In the meantime, I think maybe we can discuss the game so far. So we see that bots were operating with a very highly considerable gold lead of 1.6k and leading with 2 kills. The game is resuming. Do we have confirmation, Troy, as to what's going to happen? All right, guys. So we are going to see the match resume, and the Rizla was having network issues, but hopefully it has been fixed. As we see the Kufa fall around the turtle area, warranting a free first turtle for the side of both. For for the tournament rules that are there, the lag is something which the player should address before a game. And we can't do a redo or a rematch because of lagging issues. And it seems like we're having another issue because Kufra is just okay. The Kufra is now mobile.
I
So
just saw Frank out damage his
YSS.
machine. OSS.
That just goes to show the disparity in farm between the two teams. So we see in mid some nice damage being dished out by the Kimi onto the Harith, forcing the Harith to examine force out of there. Fast items coming in for the side of both. Mincy gets the corrosion sight and uses it to poke Terizla, picks him off, and is able to successfully hook the YSS back into the fight, where they will also pick him off. I've actually now, it actually just dawned on me, bots have two hookers, no?
Yeah. A very, okay, I'm not sure if I can say those words here, but a very interesting team.
No, you can say them. Just go ahead and say them. We don't judge. In bot lane, we see Link making another gank, trying to hook the Kufra, narrowly missing.
Eish. Mincy is in...
An attempt of an engage from the Kufra, which fails, but a nice ult from the Kimi. But the Beatrix will fall to the immense damage from Weldon. Weldon has really changed my perspective of Mincy because he is regarded as not the strongest of heroes, but he is making him work. He has been making him work for 2 days in a row now, yesterday against the Ninth Order and today against Crimson Knights. That is true. Mincitar is a very situational type of hero. He works well against some comps and very badly against others. So it's up to the player to know when you should make the pick and when not to. Currently looking at the gold lead of bots, it is a healthy 6k gold lead. The Leslie has the most gold for the side of bots. Kagondo leading with 1.2k gold over Nexus on the Beatrix, as the Beatrix falls from a nice gank from Protagonist and Link, but Link and Protagonist will both fall thanks to a nice ult from the Kufra in the turret. They may have overstayed their welcome in that turret right there.
And Gushan is waiting. Will he get the Kimi? No, he leaves.
As we see the Kimi stay back to defend the bot lane, but it is looking more and more likely. As we see, actually, Mincitar able to solo kill Terizla. I think this just shows the difference in farm. The Terizla had connection issues early in the game. Mincitar sitting on 5k gold, Weldon being able to solo at Terizla with vengeance, but that's because the Terizla is so far behind in farm that he can just 1v1 him. Now all the pressure being put in the bot lane. Santa tries to engage onto the Beatrix, but misses the sword spike. Spike. So, we see Beatrix just stay back, trying to get some farm. And this is looking like a free turtle for the side of both. Link makes a successful hook onto ISS, but no follow-up. I was going to see Supremacy being able to get the hell out of there. Or not. Leslie Kagondo tried to... And we see Terizla make a nice ult onto Kagonduvin Smoke, which will see him fall thanks to the ult from Beatrix. Well done. Trying to hook someone out, is able to fish the Kufra protagonist, doing some nice damage and pick off the Kufra, and so will the kill fall as well. Pardon? Nakusikia boss. Nakusikia. I am very well aware of that. So could you repeat the name of the thing? Alright, so we see Harith trying to 1v1 the enemy, but is forced to retreat. So far, a very dominant display from both. Apollo, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
So far, both has the whole map, and okay, it's quite a bad game for Crimson. It's worse than their last game. I'm not sure if they can hold out.
You never know. You did say you do like an underground, an underdog story.
But sometimes,
yeah,
reality.
it is an 8k gold lead here.
Kufra make a set. Will they? Oh no, nothing. Oh shit.
Actually, well done. Able to poke in. Nexus on the BR6 is going to fall. So is Supremacy. So is Fury. So is Revek. Everyone falls on the side of Crimson Knights except for Mr. Slide, who is able to escape. But that was an amazing engage from Weldon. And damage coming in from the Zaman Force from Protagonist.
I guess the game is ending. The game's about to end.
I don't think they can currently end directly. Maybe they should go for the Lord.
Go for Lord.
Yeah. I understand. So,
and
protagonist with the Zaman Force trying to engage onto the Kufra. Kufra will fall, not able to get away thanks to the ult coming in from Weldon. It provides no room for dashing away. But we see Mr. Slide able to pick off Weldon, and Santa with the Gushon comes and cleans up on Mr. Slide as the Kimi has now fallen. Two members alive for the Crimson Knights. Are they going to be able to defend? 3
for defend.
Yeah, they do have 2 marksmen alive. As the other members.
One Lord and then this game will be over. Let's see. Lucian.
Link makes a successful hook on the tank minion. Zaman Force popped off in the turret, but no follow-up. So now we see both surrounding the base of Crimson Knights. Link, a successful hook onto Kufra. Riddler follows up with the ult, trying to counter it, but Kagonduvin Smoke is going to melt the Kufra, and an amazing hook from Link onto Mr. Slide, which will see him fall as well, despite using the Purify, but the Purify was procced a bit too late.
And they defend. Oh.
An amazing hook from Link, and Fury is going to fall. As we see Weldon focusing on the tower, they did not even need Lord. The game 2 of the series has now come to a conclusion, and the series as a whole has come to a conclusion. It is a clean sweep for the side of bots, and this will see bots getting their second victory of the squad summit yesterday against TO with a clean sweep, and today against Crimson Knights with another clean sweep. MVP of bots being well done with some amazing hooks and sets, and the most damage coming in from protagonist. The synchro vision was doing a lot of damage onto the team of Crimson Knights. So Apollo, I don't think your underdog story here is coming to light.
Well, all I can say is bots have a better rotation. We saw from the minute one when they caught Nexus off guard and they got the first blood, and just from there, top lane, it was just a landslide from the very beginning.
And it is worth noting that Crimson Knights did have some technical issues at the beginning of the game. Do you think that maybe without that there could have been a better fight being put up?
Well, okay, we can argue Teresley had some issues throughout the game actually, but still, nah, I don't think they could have made a change. They were too fed already.
But guys, it has been Inub and Apollo on the casting desk. We had PMN earlier, but thanks to KPLC doing what it does best, he had to depart early. And we have just seen two more clean sweeps. We saw TO clean sweep Bloodhounds and bots against Crimson Knights, and that will conclude the second day of the Squad Summit 2025. I will now leave it to Troy, the organizer, with some final thoughts, words, and maybe a bit more information as to what's to come.
Yes, so that is day 2 of this preliminaries of Squad Summit Challenges series. The games we've had today, make sure to tune in tomorrow for more matches. And that is a wrap for today. Have a good one, guys.
Good night to you too.